Earlier this week, I turned 44 and celebrated with the purchase of a new 44. I'm Dustin, and you're watching Guns of the West. Well, New Revolver Day is always a happy day, and I'm always happy to bring you along for my unboxings when I get to see them for the first time. This is Uberti's reproduction of the Whitneyville Dragoon. Now, in an upcoming video, I plan to go over some of the history and feature this gun alongside the Walker and the third model Dragoon in order to go over that history of how the Colt revolvers evolved from the Walker through the third model. And this is a significant part of that evolution because this was right after the Walker, when it was found out that the Walker had some problems that I've talked about on the channel before, and even demonstrated some of them because the problems exist in reproductions as well. But in this video, I just wanted to do the unboxing and an overview of this Whitneyville Dragoon. And I was smart enough this time to have some rags with me because these always come from the factory extremely oily. So let's have our first look. How about that? How's that for a beautiful 44 to celebrate turning 44? Let's give it a little bit of a wipe down. In fact, I think I'll give this a bit of a wipe down off camera, and then I will be right back. That's quite a bit better. Now I can at least hold it without oil dripping all over everything. Now, in addition to Whitneyville Dragoon, I've also heard these referred to as the Transition Walker, and that's basically because that's exactly what this gun does, is transition from the Walker into the later Dragoon series. I'll go over details on that in another video, as I said, side by side with a Walker and a third model Dragoon. But just a couple of quick, obvious things that are reminiscent of the Walker. That is a Walker grip, as some of you probably noticed, with the blued steel backstrap. That comes from the Walker. Later Dragoons would have been brass. This has the Walker square back trigger guard. And inside here, it also has that pain-in-the-butt Walker hammer spring. And even without taking the gun apart, you can tell that's the case because of this little peg of steel that comes through there that holds that little mount on there for that spring. Cylinder is shorter than a Walker, so this is a Dragoon cylinder, but the stops are oval, where later Dragoons, by the third model, you've got rectangle stops with leads cut in. One interesting thing I noticed, the wedge goes in from the left and out the right. That is like every Colt cap and ball revolver except for the Walker. So even on this Whitneyville Dragoon, they had already switched that. And leave a comment, because that's one thing I don't know about the Walkers. I've never figured that out, why it goes the other way with the wedge and all the others come this way. If you know that, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear that. Moving up, this is the Dragoon length barrel, 7.5 inches. Looks like a brass front sight. My third model has a steel front sight, I believe, and that may or may not be historically correct either way. And then the latch on the loading lever, at least it has one. The Walker didn't. This is the same one that's on my third model. Doesn't work as well as some of the other Colt models. In fact, I'll just be blunt, it doesn't work worth a damn. On my other third model Dragoon, that comes off pretty easily and drops the lever down. But hey, those problems are historical, so I don't really mind them, and I don't really bother doing any of the fixes. But anyway, there's just a little overview of the Whitneyville Dragoon. Got a nice, smooth action, just like my other Ubertis, and I can't wait to have it side by side with the Walker in a third model for you so we can go through some of that evolution. And then, of course, get out to the West Desert and maybe take on the high fructose gang. Well, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video today and this overview of the Whitneyville Dragoon, or Transition Walker. Please don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos. And if you look in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media, as well as where to find all the great Guns of the West products. Thank you so much for watching.